touches really. This being this area at the front and this little thing here. And just detail really. And we've still got a bit to do with the eyes actually. What I'm going to do first is just look at the index of refraction, the IOR of our glass, because I think I'd like to see a bit more of what's in there. Let me hide this thing. And this ring that we made, let's make that a bit thicker. It's still skin, so if we tab into edit mode, press A and then Control A, we can make it fatter. Is it actually still white? Yeah, so let's look at this again. If we go too far, we also need to why won't you let me select that? Which one is it? Oh, okay. I think maybe we need to just mix in some transparency with this. So Shift A, this isn't in my quick menu, shader, transparent, BSDF. We'll want a mix shader, which, shader, mix shader. Put this into the top, this into the bottom, and this into the surface. If we take it all the way to the top, we'll have complete transparency, which is what we don't want. I wonder if that could do with not being so rough. Let me give that a bit more specular. Blast. And also turn on the subdiv, because that, oh, it is on. Let's put that on 3, because I think I need to see that properly. Specular we'll put up, roughness we'll take down a bit, just so there's some semblance of, we'll take the metallic down a bit as well actually. That might help. And also it's too rounded, so if we just tab, let me just solo that. Why is there a Fresnel on it? I'm looking at the wrong eye, aren't I? What's going on? Turn off the old... Oh, it's a skin, that's why. Pillock. Apply the skin. Apply the skin. Can't if you're in edit mode. Right, and I'd like this outer edge to be flatter, so just drag that there, and also probably the inner edge, but with less flat. Okay, and then we can unsolo that and have a butcher's. Okay, so back to the lens, which is now completely transparent. And I don't want that. Is that for the IOR? Oh. This black thing, that disc that we put in there, I just want this radiated edge, which isn't there, and I think to do that we're going to add a texture gradient, put that into a color ramp, just control it's got no vector input. Let's see what happens. And we want this to be spherical. And now we are going to need something. So grab a texture coordinate and input. Let's just see which one's going to give us the best results the quickest. Let's try object. I'll do. Flip color ramp. try to do that. It was perfect. No, it wasn't. Inverts. Let's see what invert does, which is in colour. Inverts. Why don't I just swap the colours of the pins, you pillock? Because it still does not have the correct effect. Okay, let's grab a mapping node, which is in vector, and shift click the scales, or click all of them, and then we'll just lower the scale to about that. Sometimes I add a map range and tinker with that, because it's still quite a harsh line. So I'm going to try that. I think that's in vector 2. Or is it converter? Map range. Why is it moved? Scrap that. Control X. Goodbye. I'm happy with that. That's the lens. So why is that's mirrored? Right, let me hide that lens. I don't understand why these are different. Hide that. Oh. It's because the vector information is only on the right. So I think on the left, this is, I mean, let me see if I can show you. I think this is what's happening. If I start moving this over to the left with the mapping node, it's going to go, is it? That's exactly what I thought. So, we're just going to, no, we still need it to be mirrored. Okay, let's Shift D, Z, these eyes, and we're going to just, for this one, make it a new material, and then we're going to do exactly that. Just drag this apparently up on the X until it's in the center. Now, we can apply the mirror. Don't want that. Go in, and we want to delete this side. Did I go into X-ray? Delete that. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's fine. Delete that. And then for these two, apply the mirror and delete the other one. Okay. And then we just bring this down so that the it's got the same origin, which is good. Because if we just line that origin up to the center of this one, which is about there, they should be in the correct place, and now they should look correct, which they do. The white hasn't, why did the white not go all the way around? I think because there's no loop cut. No. Why? Okay, well, let's just select this back loop and then add a new material, new, do material, this one, material 2. No, don't do that one, just make it black. Black, metallic, click assign. Black, metallic, roughness, specular. If I put a loop there, yes. See what I meant? That's what I meant when I was setting up this, the colors differentiation here, to keep it clean. So this is silver, this is gold, goldy metal, whatever. That's what's happening here. Because there's no loop cut between this one and this one, and the fact it's got a subdivision surface, the material isn't up to this edge because of the bevel that the subdiff creates. So you need to put a loop cut, and you can see I'm bringing that up to the next one, and that's as far as it will go. So if I double click this one and press GY, you'll see the material goes right to the bitter end. I forgot to attach these as well, so just select these back faces and assign. That's to do with the loops again. That's not going to do the trick, Nick. Why won't you let me loop cut? Oh, right, okay. Let's just bring that as close as I can get it. It's not made a ha'porth of a difference. This is why I should have inset this before I extruded it, because I would have this in the background. I don't see a quick fix for this without messing up the sphere. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what's going on over this end. I'm not particularly fast. There is blatantly a better way of doing that. Oh, I've got to do it again. Let's just duplicate it, shall we? Shift D, Z, G, X, and let's just line it up to this. I don't want to do that again. Let's get that bang central, GX, and just hide that so we can delete that one. Alt H. Okay. Let's hide the lenses again. Let's hide that thing again. Let's hide the eye that I don't think we're going to use, and that should be just this. Okay. So let's take both of those and put them in place. Here. Alt H. I don't really think I need this. We're just going to turn it off. I don't want to delete it. If you right click, no, select that. If you can't see it in here, you don't know this, right click, view, show active. That's in my quick menu. So I'm just going to turn that off in everything until I decide what I want to do with it. And it looks to me that this side is not as central as this side, as in this ring. Not that ring. Where's the one with the mapping? Oh, that one. So I'm just going to try and centralize that a bit more. Hang on, didn't I? Oh no, it's the same one. So we need to make this one. We shouldn't have to do this. New material. Well done. Might even take it a bit far back, a bit further back as well. Wait. Yeah, G, Y. Which means this ring will also need to go back. Yeah. And if I put a light here, we might get that little red reflection. G, Y, G, X, G, Z, G, X, G, Y, G, Z. Under. Nope. 50. Not that garish. Okay. How long have I been going? 14 minutes. Wicked. Let's put these little knots in there as well. And that's just going to be... Let's grab a... We can do this in edit mode. let's grab the cylinder, and here you can choose what this face does, and we want a triangle fan. Okay, and let's try something. Let me just select. Oh, it's triangle, so it hasn't got. It's not a quad loop, so you can't double click. And then I'm going to try checker deselecting several times, which remember is in select, checker deselect. It's in my quick menu. Checker deselect. Let's try again. Checker deselect. No. Okay. I never get this even. Is there a quicker way of doing this, Nick? Yes, I think so. Scrap that. Because it looks like a screw. No, that one doesn't, so it's not going to be a screw. They are actually tiny holes, but I think we can get away with nuts and bolts. So whack there, mesh, cylinder, rotate it on the X by 90, scale it right down, and just do that, about that size. And then this should affect the ambient occlusion anyway, so I might actually make that a little bit thicker and drop that back here. Last, where's it gone? Okay, and what was the metal that we just made black? I can't remember. Never mind. We'll just make a new material. Make it very dark, very metallic, not much specular, quite rough. And we might as well. So we'll try and follow this. We'll put one there. Shift D. We'll put one there. Shift D. We'll put one out there. Oh, I should have mirrored them. So I mirror, select the body, and shift select that, shift select that, shift select the first one again, and copy to selected. Alright, how's that look? It's much better. It's much better. Actually, I screwed up. Delete them two. Take that one, tab, and we should be able to select these and inset. Yes, okay, inset them, drag it back, but not so that face disappears. There we go, that's better. Okay, and one there, and one up there in the corner. And they should have already mirrored. Hurrah! I'm a stickler for detail. I'm a stickler for detail. And as you can see, it's the ambient occlusion has taken effect, because if we take it out, it goes. It's not shadow that's doing that. Well, it is a bit, but it's also the ambient occlusion. As you can see all the way around. That's the shadow, but that's the occlusion. Okay. Was there anything else? Yes, of course there is. There's the bit in the middle, and then that is it. I think we're done. Maybe I'll look at the colour a little bit more, but mostly we're done. So I wanted to do something about this. So let's just make, oh yeah, because I wanted to follow this around. Okay, back into edit mode. Every time I think I've done, we want to make this colour outline type thing. So I'm going to want a loop cut there. Oh, we're going to have to mirror this again. Never mind. And I want these faces and these. yeah, his is very different, but doesn't matter. That's how we do it. Control Shift click there. Okay, and then let's just grab these and these. No, not those. This is more like a thin band. So let's do that. And then we'll go continue round. I think we'll take both of them, go up to there, grab those. We need to continue that loop up to here as well. Or is that too high? No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just mirror this again. And I also can't round it off because if I put a loop cut, I'm going to lose that selection. So I'm just going to, what's this material? Metallic. Yeah, no, well, should we use the eyes? Let's use make a new material. And eyes 002, which is that silvery color. Assign, tab, double check. We might actually have to texture paint this. I'm just going to put another loop there, and then I'm also going to select these faces and make them part of the same material. Didn't mean to do that. Control Z. What I meant was this one. Oh, we've got to go on the inside. So let's put a loop there. Let's put, I think this is too fat. It is too fat. That's fine. So just select these faces, blast, and metal one, assign, and we'll do the same from here to here, back on metal one, assign, and then we want to take these ones, okay, because we want that in a loop as well. Assign to eyes 2. Okay, that's better, but it won't be mirrored. So let's go into thingy mode, vertices, and we're going to take this side because we've worked on this side like a pillar nick. Vertices, crack another mirror on. Clipping, yes. Okay, let's have a look. Cool. Now, could I get away with not texture painting and doing these bits? I'm not convinced I can. But we are going to mess with that material because it's too bright. So for this eyes 2, we're going to make it a new material and just call it something surround. I don't know. And no, it's quickest to texture paint this. It's all right. We don't need anything fancy. So we will go into texture paint mode with our cube, press N, tool, under material, we want a new material, which will be the base color, and I'd say 4096 for this, 4K. We want this to be white because we're going to screen this, the background to be white because we're going to paint in dark color there. Don't need alpha, okay. Surround base color, and then it will give us a node here, which will be our material that we will need to mix. So now we will select a color to paint with. To do so, I'm going to select the eyedropper and just see what that gives us. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so it's only going to be, it should only be on this, is it? So I'm going to lower the opacity, the strength to very low. I'm going to lower the brush, and under stroke, I think we'll do jitter, space, and then jitter. Let's just jitter it like crazy. Let's see what that does. Nothing at all. Okay, so yeah, that's too much. Too much jitter. In fact, let's just not have jitter at all, or have a little bit of jitter. And let's maybe bring that up to 0.4. And I'm just painting around the edges here. No need for a thingamajiggle, a what's the name, brush. It's cool. A Wacom, though I have one, and I use it regularly. In this, you might not have one. Oh, what an idiot. I've done it the wrong end. Right, I want to save that. So colour palette, new, and then just add. And that'll keep that colour, because I need to paint over that, because they're through there. And we put my strength back to 100. Scrap that. Okay. Select that colour, bring that back down, bring that back down, bring that back down without pressing the right mouse button. And let's try again. Maybe a bit smaller. So yeah, I'm just clicking around. It's cool. Just click around, guy. Just click around, guy. Okay, and because it's got a little bit of jitter, it's kind of... I mean, I'm assuming it does this at the bottom here. It's not on the thing, but it's also not very red, is it? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have. Yeah, no, that's too red now. Yeah, just adding that kind of reddy browny colour in there as well. And I'm just clicking. That's all I'm doing. I'm just clicking. It's not super important. It's just a little bit of detail. Maybe. So it doesn't look like it goes up the sides. So let's. Oh no. Around this bit. See, if I click and drag, it still gets bits just because we put a bit of jitter on. A bit of jitter. A little bit of jitter. Okay. And because having a lower opacity, it's not just flat colour being spread. There are intricacies within it. I guess. A bit under the arm. I didn't do this symmetrically. So we've got to do it on the other side as well. And that's going to be the UV mapping doing that. Oh, I did. Oh, sweet. We'll fix this. Okay. Yeah. And then you have to save all images. Otherwise, everything you just did will be for naught. And then we're going to need to, you guessed it, multiply over the top. So Shift D, I believe that's already set to multiply. We have to go by UV, I think, for this. So let me just get my texture coordinate. Let's put UV, and then we multiply. That's the main line. We'll go under there, multiply, save, Control Shift click just in case, and then go back to object mode. And hopefully, if all went well, it'll do that, which just helps a great deal. It's not quite as dark as I'd like. Could I darken that even further? If I took you into a colour ramp, and then, yeah, but then it becomes naff. Maybe I can make that red. That'll do, won't it? Let's fix this by selecting these edent faces. We'll all do whatever. And then assigning it to eyes. Yeah, let's do that with them as well. Eyes. Cool. Oh, this is mirrored, Nick, you pillar. You forgot it's mirrored, which is why the texture painting happened on the opposite side as well. Her. Oh man, he's looking so good. What is the time, Mr. Wolf? 30:57. All right. Okay, so yeah, let's stop it there. I don't know what I don't know what else is left to do. It can't be that much. We've still got to sort this out, but that might be the last thing we do. I've been Nick, you've been you. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye.